There are some issues though, right, with like discretion, like when it comes to police discretion. I guess a lot of it comes in, and this is the huge conversation once again in the States. I wonder if this spill over here is, ingrained biases. And as you mentioned before, perhaps a older police force in certain regards that are perhaps bringing in ideologies and thoughts that don't necessarily represent the way that society is moving today. Are police officers trained to like recognize certain biases? And when we see like, a discrepancy between, NZ European, Pakeha people with marijuana, and then enforcing, once again with discretion, the possession laws, perhaps on with Pacifica and Maori people with more consistency.
So that's a huge piece of work for us around unconscious bias.
Huge, yeah.
Absolutely. So I think if you were to go out and ask any member of police, do you have a bias or an unconscious bias? They'll say, they'll say, no.
Of course, yeah.
But part of it, part of the nature of how we are brought up, and into the world and the families that we grow up and connect with, there's part of you that even if it's that unconscious bias. So absolutely, it's a key piece of our work. I say our, but the organisation, in terms of understanding what unconscious bias means and how we address that. So what does that look like at the moment? Is that just more training? Is that more conversations around what that actually is? So there's definitely a lot of training that's already gone on around unconscious bias. Again, it's not a piece of work that I'm directly involved in.
I just full disclaimer, I understand that your role does not necessarily encompass this, and I understand it's a big question that I'm asking you.
But in saying that, it's not that it's training like that is defined purely to our frontline. It's for all the organisation, because we don't want it to be that we are only thinking about those that are dealing with the community. It's us as an organisation, we want to be fair, transparent, and remove any of those biases that we may have had.
Hey, if you enjoyed that, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the left-hand side, and to watch other episodes, click one of those squares on the right. If you only want to listen to this and don't have time to watch the full video, you can find this podcast wherever podcasts are listened to online. Thanks. Bye.